If you're selling print-on-demand products in the year 2023, then you are a time traveler. Because as I'm making this video, it's only 2022. Hey Joe, it's Folks here. Today we're going to be talking about some of the biggest changes coming to the print-on-demand business model in the year 2023. And as I said, as I'm making this, it is 2022. So the goal is to help you be better with your print-on-demand store next year. And if you're watching this video next year and you're hearing me say things in the past, then pay attention because some of the things that I'm going to talk about today could be the reason why you are struggling with your store. Now, obviously, print on demand is one of the coolest business models ever. I mean, the idea that you and I can create a store and we can sell all of these products here with our own designs on them without ever having to order inventory in advance or deal with shipping at all is the coolest thing in the world. That's what originally attracted me to the print on demand business model in the year 2016. Yes, that is when I first made my first print-on-demand store, almost 6 years ago at this point. And since then, companies like Printify and even Printful have grown to extreme heights. Recently, I saw a news story that Printful has done over $1 billion in revenue in total sales by their users, which means print-on-demand is probably here to stay, it is growing, and it is more fun than ever. And what I want to bring you today is some of my thoughts on what's happening with POD. Like I told you before, I started my first store almost 6 years ago. Since then, I've built out numerous print-on-demand stores and I've worked with hundreds of people to help them with their own stores. So far, students of mine have made about $5 million in total sales on their stores. Take Vinny here. He made this post here a few months ago as he crossed $250,000 in sales on his store. And we have numerous others that have generated insane amounts of sales on their stores, doing some of the things that I'm going to advise you either to do or some of the things not to do with your POD store in the year 2023. If you get value out of this video, make sure to drop a like for good luck. If you want to check out some of the other videos that I have and some of the other tips that I've given about POD, make sure to do so. And if you want to go through my course, it is completely free and there is a link down in the description. It will help you to build out your print-on-demand store. So in order to actually understand the first shift that I want to present to you, meaning what's changing between the year 2022 and 2023, I first want you to understand what's been going on over the last couple of years. From 2020, at the beginning of the pandemic, until now, we have seen print on demand become extremely popular. I don't know when you started to become aware of this business model, but for someone like me who has been doing this for years, I noticed a massive uptick in the amount of people that were becoming interested in this business between those time periods. This is both in people trying to build their own stores and also with people that were creating content on places like YouTube about how to create a print-on-demand store. And one of the biggest trends over the last couple of years has been the amount of content creators that have been pushing people to create an Etsy shop to sell their print-on-demand products. You see, Etsy has been presented as a place that is extremely easy to get started. Also a place where you can get loads of free traffic. And if I'm being honest, people have presented this and selling products like this in this sort of a place like an easy way to make money online. And this is honestly what a lot of people don't realize is that creating a successful Etsy print-on-demand shop is probably the most difficult way to actually succeed with a print-on-demand business. The reasons for that is that Etsy is extremely competitive, meaning everybody else out there is competing for people's eyeballs on the Etsy platform. There is a very good chance if you are creating a new Etsy shop that your products are not going to be showing up in search results. What I mean by that is because your store is new, there's a good chance that your products are going to be on like page 5. And think about the last time when you Googled something, you actually went to the second page to look at the results. The same thing is true on Etsy. Most people are just looking at the first page of results. Essentially what I'm saying is most people that have succeeded with Etsy have created hundreds and hundreds of designs, and then their hope is to get a fraction of them to sell on a weekly basis to give them a good handful of sales. So a lot of people end up starting Etsy and they never actually materialize anything because they cannot create the amount of designs necessary to sustain a profitable business on their platform. And that is one of the major shifts that I see coming very soon, especially as we transition from 2022 to 2023. That is where people are going to begin to first realize that maybe Etsy wasn't everything that it was supposed to be. Maybe the idea of just getting free traffic and uploading as many designs as possible is not that easy, and it's actually quite difficult, and there might be a better alternative. Check this out here. This is a print-on-demand business that is built on Shopify. You can see that they are selling products for people that love to run. More specifically, people that love to run on trails. The site is called trailrunningaddicts.com. They have a very limited and also quite nice designs. They have very limited product line here on the store, and you can see that they have done an amazing job via their social media pages to generate their customers. And this is the shift that I'm talking about in the year 2023, is that I think a lot of people are going to begin to build their own websites, to begin to build their own brands, and to establish social media pages to generate customers, whether it's through Facebook ads or Instagram posts or whatever. That to me is ultimately what people are going to begin to do again, because that used to be the number one way to build out print-on-demand stores. And then everything got so popular and people began making content about how easy it is to put things on Etsy and get people to see them, and then people begin to realize that that's not actually that easy. And now I think in 2023, people are going to come back to Shopify, and that 2023 is going to be the year of the brand, where people are going to begin building their own websites again. And again, not that people ever stopped doing this, because like I said, this is the method that I've used for a long time. And this is also when it comes to people that I've worked with that have generated about $5 million in sales, this is the method that they are using. They are building themselves a Shopify site, and then they are using the power of social media to sell their products. And I think ultimately in 2023, the people that actually adapt to that and make that jump and begin building their own sites are going to have a lot more success in the long run. So here is shift number 2, and this is one that I think gets a lot of people fired up. Back in 2019, I made this video here. In the year 2020, I made this video here. And in the year 2021, I made this video here. And now I am making this video that you are watching in the year 2022. And I'm going to be talking about the same thing that I've been talking about for the last few years. And that is that it is finally time to move away for good from selling t-shirts. And the reason why I know it is now officially time is because other people on YouTube have begun to talk about this. For a long time, most people just recommended you to sell t-shirts on your store. But the fact is, t-shirts are becoming one of the most difficult products to sell because they are low profit, they are very saturated, and in most cases they're just not that good quality. And I think that a lot of people are beginning to realize that, and they're going to be moving on. If you've watched any of my content for any amount of time, you know how much I talk about selling high profit products. Just go watch any of my other videos and you will see that I show dozens of different products that are awesome and can make you 10 times the profit that a t-shirt can. And again, if we come back to trailrunningaddicts.com, what makes them unique? It's the fact that they have these really awesome hooded blankets, they have neck gaiters, they have car seat covers, they have jogger sets, and overall they've built a really unique brand here with some really cool products that could actually get people excited. And again, that's shift number 2 here, is that I think people are going to finally realize that if they just branch out and if they just sell products that maybe are a little bit cooler than t-shirts, they'll get a lot more people online to become interested in them. I'm certainly not sitting here saying that t-shirts are not things that people buy. By all means, I own a bunch of t-shirts. I'm sure you watching this do as well, but the fact is that when it comes to print on demand and choosing niches and making t-shirt designs, at the end of the day, that is becoming a little bit saturated. Meaning any niche that you're choosing, there are probably going to be hundreds of thousands of t-shirts already being sold online to that niche. This book here is called Magnetic Marketing. It's by Dan Kennedy, and inside of it, he outlines a concept called a blue ocean and a red ocean. And basically, he says when you are starting a business, you want to go into a blue ocean. This is because in a red ocean, all of the sharks have already come along and eaten all the fish, and there is blood in the water. When it comes to print on demand, selling t-shirts is a red ocean. It's been done before, there are lots of sharks in the water, and overall, it is just a saturated type of business. A much better thing to do would be to find a blue ocean within your niche. Essentially, try to figure out which products could be really cool and really unique for your niche, and then begin selling those, because you're going to be up against a lot less competition. Your customers are going to perceive you as new and exciting and fresh, and ultimately that can make you some more sales. And I think in the year 2023, as print on demand continues to get large and continues to grow, and more people begin to create their own print on demand shops and just sell t-shirts, you are ultimately going to stand out much more. And if you're watching this video and you're sort of feeling like you agree with me, awesome. I love that. I'm glad that you're agreeing with me. If you're watching this and you don't agree with me and you think I'm completely out of my mind, and you've watched the video this far and you've actually heard me out, let me know down in the comments why you disagree with my assessment here. I think in the year 2023, one of the biggest changes is going to be that people that build Shopify sites and build brands inside of their niches and focus on social media and actually sell unique products that can make them a lot of profit are ultimately going to do better than those that are creating Etsy shops and uploading hundreds and hundreds of various t-shirt designs. I think when you think about it like that, honestly, it's pretty clear that people that are building brands and using social media and selling more unique products are going to do better than those that are just uploading 100 random designs to Etsy and putting them on a shirt, hoping to, get people to view them. Ultimately, I think that is a dying business model, and I think if you're sticking with something like that in the year 2023, you are ultimately going to struggle. So, like I said, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.